We really stress community policing. What that really means is that you get out and you get to know people in your community and they get to know you. The feeling of respect is mutual.
They know us, we know them. We know them by name, we know their children. My kids went to school here. Many of our officers are very vested in this community, and the community's vested in us, and that's a unique place to be.
I have a very long history in Park City, dating back to my father being a police officer here in the 1970s. And I can tell you that I'm very proud of the work the Park City Police Department has done over the years and continues to do. The Park City Police Department has been assisting with camp safety since its inception in 2012. We work closely with Dr. Christina Sally at the Summit County Attorney's Office and Summit County Sheriff's Office and the Park City Fire Department. What camp safety is a course for pre-K up through about second grade. It's a week-long course where we cover topics like bicycle safety, firearm safety. The most important stuff kind of coming at the end of the week, which is talking about sexual abuse prevention, trusted adults, and what to do if you get lost. I think it's had a huge impact. It really has prevented a lot of physical and sexual abuse. The Park City Police Department has had a victim advocacy program since 2012. What that position does is allow us to have a person other than a police officer who responds to domestic violence incidents or other incidents where people are traumatized, and to have someone that they can talk to immediately after the incident and provide them with resources. I think it's undoubtedly saved lives and put people in shelter and put them in the hands of the right people and the right resources.
We put great efforts into creating a community outreach program. One of our community outreach members is actually a civilian. Enrique went through the school system, and we became friends with him when he was very young, and he had a first-hand opportunity to see how the police department worked. Now he's doing great things in the Latino community.
I've always been a believer that it's important our representatives and people who have leadership positions in our community represent the community. It's important for each community member to feel safe in our city buildings, to come and talk to us if they need anything, especially in the public safety department, where people can come and talk to us if they need help after being victims of a crime, or if they need help in something more positive, and something that they would like. A birthday drive-by was, for example, that we have been doing during this recent pandemic.
Birthday drive-thrus have been one of those unique approaches to police work, where it's been totally different, but we've received several positive reviews and positive comments from the community about it, and it's just a different way to serve the public. I enjoy my job because there's a lot of moving parts in it. Working with special events, we've been able to form good relationships with a lot of the organizations that come into the town. They know what to expect from us, and then we know what to expect from the organizations or the groups that are coming here to have an event here in the city. We try to stay ahead of the curve. We go to trainings to learn how to better host events and what kind of security measures that we might need to implement.
Park City has always been a very proactive community. We are very much an international community. We have to always constantly be looking at best practices. When you're a mid-sized to smaller community, you have the time and effort and resources to develop these relationships of trust. You have a vested interest in your community. Those are the expectations of Park City, and I feel that we do a great job fulfilling those.
The officers in Park City have all been certified on crisis intervention techniques. The fact of the matter is that consistently law enforcement officers respond to calls for service involving homeless individuals. And so that is a touch point for the community to make a difference in that person's life. And it's important that that officer has the right tools and the right resources, locally and otherwise, that they can make, or hopefully make, that significant difference in that person's life. When we encounter someone which in the homeless community may be struggling with substance abuse and/or mental health issues, it's not uncommon for us to do things that may de-escalate the situation as quickly as possible to have a positive result.
It's very, very important when an officer shows up on scene, you don't just have an officer that shows up, you have an informed officer that shows up. Our ultimate goal is to save lives and protect health, safety, and welfare for all of our community members and visitors. I'm absolutely proud of my officers.